everybody, and today we're going to be looking at Paradise Killer, a first-person open-world investigation game that takes place on Paradise Island 24, a world outside of reality, a place where rogue humans hope to resurrect dead alien gods, and where every few millennia they sacrifice thousands of citizens taken from Earth for the new island to regenerate, in hopes that the next generation will be the perfect paradise. Now, the system isn't perfect, but they think they've created it, the perfect 25. For some reason, though, something is wrong. The syndicate, the ruling group that performed the rituals, have not returned from the council room, and no one should be able to enter this room, but everyone fears the possibility that the syndicate is dead. The judge has seized control and locked the gates to the new island, and brings Lady Love Dies, the quote, investigation freak, out of exile and find the culprit of the crime to end all crimes. What are facts? What are truths? And are they the same? And before I jump into the rest of the review, I want you guys to know that most of my reviews are not just a few hours of gameplay and then a review. I go through the whole game and look it over top and bottom. That way I give you guys the best review possible for the overall rate of the game. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this was a very long game. It's a 10+ hour game that I've completed in about 2 days. I usually wait to say this at the end, but I feel like people usually click off before then. But if you like this video and you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe. That way you guys can keep up with a lot of new indie games that are coming out. And thank you guys so much. So let's get back into it. Paradise Killer is a huge game with sprawling island of oddity. Just walking around the island gives me Jet Set Radio vibes on acid, honestly. Large glass effigies of the gods cover the islands, mixed with vegetation, housing, and sprawling concrete buildings, all tightly packed on this island where everything seems close and far apart at the same time. It's grand. Even the intro to the island is grand. Falling from the exile platform to begin your game is the perfect setup and lets you know that this game is going to be a sensory overload with a lot of possibilities. Even the music is just amazing with its synthwave tones and multiple tracks that can be found around the island. The background song you hear is one of the songs on the tracks. Now, of course, this is an investigation game with many players on board. I would love to tell you about each individual one, but you know what? I'm going to leave that up to you. Every single one of them, though, are fantastic, well fleshed out, and with more dialogue than Homer's Iliad. There are hundreds of lines written in this game, and I wouldn't be shocked if it was more than 1,000. You can question them about many things, like if they've had a motive, an alibi, and question them about the evidence you find, usually giving you more evidence or giving you another place to investigate. You can also hang out with them and try to build this bond. Over time, they'll want to give you an extra bit of info, and you kind of have to probe them a little bit before they release this info for you. The downsides to the investigation portion is when you meet each new person, you're given a mutiny of choices to ask them, and some of them are short-sighted answers that really didn't need to be there and could have been removed as you learned new info before talking to them. But in all, really that's just a small inconvenience. Exploring the world is its own experience. With all the unique locations you can go, and with multiple collectibles, you can spend hours in this world itself, finding relics that give you more insight to Island 24, the previous islands, the gods, and the citizens that inhabited the island before the sacrifice. Blood crystals are scattered as well. They're this currency for unlocking blood sacrifices, the fast travel locations to fast travel, and for vending machines which dispense one drink each and gives you a nice description of them as well. And that's how in-depth this world gets. Even the drinks have a story to tell. Puzzles are also scattered about. Simple button puzzles and nightmare computers, which you need to crack with recreating hieroglyphs. None of them are really too terribly difficult. Then there are upgrades in the form of foot baths that'll cost you 5 blood crystals each that grant you a double jump, dash, and a meditate. The meditate, which allows you to see the treasures around you for a brief amount of time. My only critique is I wish that meditate lasted just a little bit longer. But from then, move out of the way, Phoenix Wright. Once you've collected all the evidence in each case you've obtained, you can return to the judge and begin the trials. You can start the trials whenever you feel like, but trot lightly. New information will continue to flow, making certain to pull you through some new twists and turns. When you begin the trials, there is no going back though. Well, unless you save before you do the trial, it's a bit of a hint there, where the judge will go through each individual case and you need to accuse a single person with the information you have collected. With enough evidence, the judge will give a guilty verdict and can dispense justice in the form of your gun. Each case will run its due course, and the final evaluation of the conspiracy will be put together and explained by you from the evidence you have procured. The only downside I have to this is it's too straightforward. You just provide the information, end your information gathering, and the judge gives the verdict. After all the investigating you've done before, I really wish that there was more of a trial feel, to where you needed to give the evidence in a correct manner and defend your accusations with rebuttals for what the defendant may say. But all in all, this is a roller coaster of a game that is for a surprising price point. At $19.99 with about 10 to 11 hours of gameplay, now that's with getting every relic and looking for all information, is one hell of a bargain. If you're a fan of investigations or one for unique or strange games, this is one you need in your Steam library. So if you guys do want to take a look at it, I've got a link down below. I've also got the soundtrack link as well if you're interested. And thanks for watching this long review, guys. I know it was a lot to take in. If you did like it, hit the like button, lets me know if I'm doing something right. And if you haven't already subbed, do that. I mean, I'm always looking at new games and it's free for you, and that's the best kind of price. But like always, guys, I'll see you in the next video and have fun.